Welcome to the Full Tactical Range by Range Systems. I'm Beau Doboszenski, lead instructor for SEALed Mindset Training, and this is your drill of the week. Through lots of different types of communication, emails, face-to-face, phone calls and stuff from students that are both here and remote, I've been asked what it is that a personal training session for me would look like. And to do that, we're going to do this week's drill of the week. I'm going to have you follow along one of my typical range training sessions. Now, in order for this to be kept within a certain time frame for the drill of the week, you're only going to get to see about 10 minutes of it on the drill of the week here. But if you'd like to watch the entire thing, that's going to be available at sealedmindsettraining.com on the training blog and also on our Facebook page later in the week. First drill that I'll do is I'll take my cert like this and I'll go through my shooting fundamentals checklist, just like you see in the Concealed Carry Master's course, or if you come to any of our training classes. This is how we always start because we want to build that foundation for everything else that's going to happen. So we do this thing where we say the checklist and build our shots, and that's how drill number one goes. Feet, hips, vice grip, support wrist is forward, arms are pushing and pulling, fingering the trigger slack out, slow steady squeeze, reset, finger off the trigger, assess, 360 check. And now since we've done it dry, we're going to do the exact same thing live. The next step is to actually start to work draws. So we built our shooting fundamentals, and now we're going to build how we do our draw so that we can get into that drop speed work and draw precision. So I start with something called a build the draw. I'll set myself up and I'll work just position one. So I'll come out, compress in, position one, push and pull, break the shot in the last inch, reset, assess, and 360 check. Do the same thing again from position one. Now we'll go from position two. Then position three. Four. And finally, from the holster, position five. We did the build the draw last time with dry. Now we're going to do the build the draw live. The goal with this is to make sure that you actually break the shot while the gun is in motion, so there's never a wasted spot in the draw. There's never a time where the gun's just sitting there hanging out. And this should be very high standard of accuracy kind of stuff, because you're not going fast, right? You're working through that motion. It's perfect. Your shots are perfect. Everything's perfect. Next drill we're going to do is we're going to start to work on draws with multiple shots. So again, we're now working slow. We're going to start to add in some speed. Next thing that I do is I pick some kind of another fundamental skill that I'd want to work. So this week, for example, I'm going to work immediate action. That's an emergency reload. So to do that, we have a really straightforward emergency reload drill. That's where I take a magazine of 1, that's going to go in my firearm, and a magazine of 9, that's going to go into my pouch or into my pocket. I'm going to keep working that center of face area, so that's from the neck to the hairline, and we're going to do 1 shot emergency reload, 1 shot, just to work that skill. Do a tactical magazine change, and now I'm back to 1 round in the firearm again. The next step is to start to work with the idea of ranges, that our threat could be anywhere from close to far away. We've gotten into the position that we don't teach retention work in videos that go public like this. And so I'll show you a little bit of what it looks like, but I'm not going to get into teaching how the skill works. Got to come work with us to have us show you how to do this. But it's a very, very valuable skill for our viewers and the people that are carrying firearms on a regular basis to learn how to do, because there's a good possibility that you're dealing with threats up very, very close. Next skill or drill is to work with the fact that we're probably dealing with multiple targets whenever we have to defend ourselves. And just because of the nature of us teaching retention, I've moved the targets back out to a full presentation range. Remember, if you go left to right, you should also go right to left. So for this next one, I can feel that my flinch is kind of kicking me a little bit. And so I'm gonna do a little bit of a drill here using live rounds and a dummy. I'm gonna do a draw test. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to blindly load this magazine with 6 live and 1 dummy. And I'm not gonna look and see which of the rounds is the dummy round. So I don't know which one it is. And I'm gonna put it into the firearm in such a way where I don't get to check which one of them is the live round and which one of them is the dummy round. And what's gonna happen now is as I go through and do my draw work, and I'm gonna go back to center of face, I'm gonna try and go as fast as I can, and I'm gonna see if I can feel my own flinch when it hits. So let's work that. Oh, there it was, nice. So that's great actually to feel that, to know that, oh, found my flinch, that's the spot that was causing me problems. We can actually work it again now since I happen to hit it right off the top. Let's just cycle a little bit, short stroke it, so the trigger resets, and let's do that again. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Now let's get rid of that one and go back to the live. And now we should finish up our workout by going back and starting the way that we are ending the way that we started. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have 5 rounds, and we're just gonna do those shooting fundamentals all over again. And of course, as I said at the beginning, dry fire is king. Same thing, but now we're gonna build the draw again using this dry. Thanks for joining me on one of my training sessions. With only 85 rounds, we got more done probably than most people are doing in several hundred rounds. And if you allowed yourself to go to between the 100 and 150 round range, you could add in a few more sets of pretty much everything that we did and really get a lot done with your range time. So practice some of these drills. Think about how it is that you explore your range sessions, and we'll see you in the next drill of the week. Like what you saw? Subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep checking out the training blog for more tips and drills. If you'd like a PDF copy of this training drill, go to sealmindsettraining.com and to the PDF download section. There, type in the promo code drill number 40.